I just celebrated my 29th wedding anniversary. It's not easy. You gotta treat her with respect and take her on great trips. For our 25th, I took her to China, and next year I'm gonna go pick her up. Welcome to Shave&Butcher. And yeah, I told that joke to my wife just a minute ago, and she didn't think it was funny. She said it was male chauvinism. So that's what she said about that. I'm shaving today with a beautiful razor. This is Wostenholm Pipe razor. And isn't she pretty? He or she? He. Isn't he pretty? Now, this is a razor. I'll talk about 3/4 hollow. So it's not a full hollow. And it shaves just like in between a hollow and a wedge. So I've honed it, and I'll get to that. The soap today is Lia Shave Stick from, where is it from? Spain? Jabón de Afeitar, in very poor Spanish. The brush is French, and it's this one. You've seen it before. It's a Barbier brush with a handle made out of thuja from Gentleman Barbier. Bought this in Bordeaux. So shave stick, you just rub it on your face and then you build the lather off of that. Pretty hard to bowl lather with a shave stick, although now I'm sure you'll tell us all how you can do that. But yeah, this razor is a beauty. I purchased it, I think, from Marion the Barbarian, and it's never really shaved very well. So it was honed by my Honemeister Niklas. Well, I have two now. I have Matti as well. And he said there's a bit of a geometry issue and he didn't want to mess with it. So it's been shaven okay, but it needed correcting is what he said. So that's what I tried to do. One side, so it's a bit bent. I can't see it with my eyes, but it's bent, or it is something that the whole edge doesn't touch the stone even remotely without correction. So what I did was I shaved a bit of the back off on one side. I just took it to a 1,000 grit stone, and I worked it quite a bit and removed quite a bit of metal. It doesn't look too bad. Actually, you have to look pretty closely to notice, but the hone wear on the spine is a bit uneven. So it's not, I didn't go all the way to, scraping on a diamond plate, which would have done the job, but I was afraid I would mess it up completely. So taking a bit off, so it's the edge is, the edge is probably straight, but it lies more flat on the stone, although not entirely. And I did that because it was too tricky for me to get anything like a decent edge on it. So I did that, and still was quite a bit of feel you had to, and a bit of, you can't just go back and forth. You really have to lift the razor ever so slightly on occasion. Lost the hair there. So let's see how it turned out. I do not know if it was good or bad. It's a nice shaving soap though. And I haven't soaked the brush as long as I should have. So I'm not getting a perfect lather. I'm not getting a big lather. I'm getting a pretty crappy lather, but should be slippery, so let's give it a try. Yeah, always interesting. So if this isn't good, I'm not going to be all that disappointed. I'll try again. Which side did I? Yeah, so I don't know how that looks, but yeah, it's a bit of home wear. Here we go. Rock and roll. Seems decent, but this razor doesn't give a whole lot of feedback, so it's kind of hard to tell. We'll find out. So it looks like Sweden is joining NATO. The YouTube bots just started working. Is he talking about? Got a spot there. Got a few spots actually. I'm recovering from quite the cold. A man cold. If you're a man, you know all about it. Although my wife has worse man colds than I do. So yeah, we're happy about that. Sweden's been neutral for, what is it, over 150 years? And now we're not. Yeah, so this cold has resulted in pretty bad skin. I very rarely have colds. So I haven't thought about it before, but a cold attacks your whole body, so I guess the skin can get their fair share of it. It's like dehydration in a way. Probably lost a liter through my nose yesterday. Yeah, my wife would have thought that was horrible if she wasn't in China. Okay, so first pass, no idea. No idea. And I can generally not really feel after the first pass if it was good. Sometimes I wonder if first pass is necessary, or if I can go straight against the growth straight away. But then I know I can't, because you gotta cut the whiskers from different angles. But I really can't tell if a razor is good or quite okay after the first pass. It's on the second pass, so here we go. Very interesting. Well, it's not taggy. Seems to be cutting well enough. Yeah, so far so good. So it's been a while, almost a week. What have you been up to? Have you done any interesting purchases in the wet shaving world? You know, last week or just recently. Anything interesting you can tell us about? You know, feels good. It feels good, even though the lather isn't perfect. It feels good. I think the result is quite good. Although I've said this before, I am shaving more carefully, more methodically, and with more buffing after I started honing. You know, because I want to give the razor a fair chance. So as a result of that, I get better shaves. So it's not because I gotta hurry because this is dissipating. It's not because the edges are better. On the contrary, they're not. So you know, do you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to say, I trick myself a little bit, but I think that's okay. I think it's okay because I'm enjoying the shaves more. So before I started honing, most of the time, if I wasn't shaving for a video where I wanted to make things interesting and show off a nice razor, I would more often than not pick up a D or a Shavette because it's a bit easier, no stropping, cheap and cheerful. Now I never do. Although I am going to try out that Gillette Tech that I got in a box. You know, this razor feels really good. I think that little correction I did was worth it. And again, you know, it wasn't so much that it spoiled the look of the razor. Little bit of resistance, but this is the area that I struggle with the most. I probably am making a lot more grimaces. God, still a bit of cold in there. Okay, let's see how we did. Let's see and feel how we did. Yeah, I missed a bit over here. Otherwise, it's really good. You know what? gonna do touch-ups. I never do touch-ups. But I did miss quite a bit there. Let's do touch-ups. What is the world coming to? I'm not going to go down here because that's going to be irritated. If you shave daily and you attack your sensitive areas too much, gets a bit irritated. Now I'm most pleased with that. Very happy. Very happy. I asked you about purchases you'd made. I do feel a bit of irritation. Combination of shaving twice within less than 24 hours and the skin is in rough condition, so I'm putting alum on, which always helps a bit. It certainly does no harm. Yeah, so I made a purchase which I regretted as soon as I'd made it, because why am I spending quite a bit of money on another straight razor? But this one looked very nice. So it was shipped today and it should be arriving in 2 days. From a friend of mine, actually. So really looking forward to that. I'm using Turkish aftershave. Tiras Koloniasi Marmara. So I was recommended an aftershave by Razor Michel and picked up the wrong one, same brand, but I like this one too. And I think if you were watching, I think you said you like this one too, although it wasn't the one you meant. You know, I'm really happy with that shave. And this area is good now as well. Good honing. Every other is good, every other not so much. Still a bloody lottery, which makes the shave more interesting because I don't know what to expect. Thanks for watching. Enjoy your shaving and stay sharp.